I absolutely love living in this city. This is Tampa, downtown, right up over my shoulder. Got some water taxis hanging out, taking people left and right. That's the convention center. That's where all the boats park. The stadium, the hockey and event stadium is right there. We're on a place called Harbor Island, and it's basically, you guys see that blue bar, I'll zoom in for you. That's called The Sail. It's an outdoor restaurant and bar, and it's outside the convention center where they have conferences. There was one going on right now. And then you can ride the water taxi across the water or the jet skis and just everything downtown. This is one of the best cities in the world. And even though the thrifting has been a little rough lately, a little bit hard to make some money, I wouldn't trade this city for anything. And one of our two favorite spots is called Jackson's Bistro. This is like waterfront, overlooks the water, and then attached to it, as I walk over here to the other side, is a place called American Social, which is gonna be over there. And so that's Jackson's. And then as you pan over, there's a separator that's kind of an indoor thing. There's like a Starbucks in there. That's the hotel, if you guys know Steve Rakin, he stayed at when he came down. And then that's American Social. So there's two places you can pick which way, and they're of course right on the water. Oh man, look at that yacht. You guys see that yacht? Holy crap. I think we all can agree that we need to do whatever that guy's doing. Check that thing out. That thing's gotta be 60 foot. So no matter what city you live in, whether it's on the water or you live out in the Midwest in like Kansas, or you live in Alaska, you live in the snow, maybe you live in downtown New York or San Francisco, LA, every city has something special. Every city has something to be thankful for. Whether it's where you live and go to eat, go to drink, go to hang out, whether it's where you go to thrifting, somewhere to just take a walk, even if it's 100 degrees, I know you guys can see me sweating in this, but be thankful for the city that you live in. I see a lot of people complain that their city's terrible, there's no way to make money, there's no way to get a job, no way to thrift, no way to run a business. Every city has opportunity, no matter where you are. You know, I've seen billionaires that come from Butte, Montana or something like that, or Salt Lake City where there's nothing. Definitely nothing like this. Look at that boat, it's incredible. So just be thankful for where you live, guys. So kind of the point of the beginning of the video was that no matter what city you live in, you can make it, you can find a way to buy and sell stuff, you can find a way to run a business and be successful. I know living in small towns is harder. You don't have the Goodwill bins, you don't have Goodwill stores, you don't have Salvation Army, you don't have a ton of people, and it is more difficult, so you have to kind of get creative. But that gives you the ability to be creative. That gives you the ability to make videos that no one else can make. You can get crazy on camera, you can have a personality, you could do YouTube, you could do hauls, you could find stuff that is in small towns that doesn't exist in these big towns, and you should have less competition. So don't get down on yourself if you aren't able to find necessarily the things you see us talking about on YouTube or on social media, because you have advantages that we don't have, we have advantages you don't have, and it's still possible. Maybe you get into the antique business and you start making $300 a piece, or you flip cars or whatever. Maybe you can get cheap real estate that you can rent out or buy and sell and flip. So don't be too discouraged just because you live somewhere else. Now, I want to end this video on a topic that seems to be like a big deal. Man, I must have got 100 messages and emails, not even exaggerating. I got blown up. I had people just rapid fire messaging me. I would be happy to screenshot these, but I don't want to put anybody else's business out there. And this is not at all directed towards anyone. It's not shading anyone. I do want to mention one in particular seller, Chad over there at Golden Finger Picker. Now, me and Chad have been, chatting, and we didn't really start off on the right foot. Chad's a great guy. Listen, he's an OG. He knows what he's doing. He's an old timer. By his own words, he's an old salty guy. But he really is, one of the originals. And I do respect Chad, and he put a post out recently about people being charged, or people charging for reseller knowledge. And I understand his post completely, and I agree with his post. Now, a lot of people might think that that's weird because I have a VIP group that is charged. So the point of Chad's post was that there are people charging like $200 or $250 an hour for coaching calls. I agree that's ridiculous. That's excessive. I have never charged anyone for anything remotely like that. Now, until December, I think the end of December this past year, so 6 months ago, I never charged anyone for anything. I certainly got donations, and definitely appreciate anything anyone's ever sent me. Donations, I've got a few things in the mail. the signs and the bear and Knight sent me the glasses and ties and that sort of thing, and the shirt from Melissa, not this Robert Graham, but a Robert Graham. And it's very much appreciated. Nobody has to send me anything. I definitely don't ask you guys, don't feel like you have to. If you do, thank you. But charging people for knowledge is something that's a topic of a lot of contention. And while charging somebody $250 an hour is astronomical and ridiculous, we have to take time and money into account here of like, what is your time and what is your money worth? Everything in the world is free on Google and YouTube. If you want to be a plumber and you want to fix your toilet or fix your sink, you can learn how to do it on YouTube. It might take you a week or a month or a lot of hours of watching videos. You can learn how to do brain surgery almost on YouTube. But are you willing to spend a little bit of money to learn how to do it right now? Or do you want to take all that time? A lot of people don't have that time, especially people in the reselling world that might work full-time jobs. They have kids, they have family. It might be worth it for them to spend a few dollars to, get knowledge to speed up the process. And there's nothing wrong with that. And like, don't give people a hard time if they choose to do it. For some people, that's how they do it. Some people want to learn on their own. Some people want to make mistakes. While we're on the topic of mistakes, that's sort of something that learning by paying or, a lot of research is important in reselling, because if you make a mistake on eBay, you could lose your account, you could get suspended, restricted, you could lose a lot of money through like a messed up return or messed up shipping, etc. So I don't necessarily think that investing a little bit of money into reselling knowledge, or somebody that might charge for services like me or anybody else, even if Chad decided to charge people, there's nothing wrong with that. And again, don't come down on people because they decide to do that. What somebody's time and money is worth is what it's worth to them, may not be what it's worth to you. But when somebody is trying to charge an obscene amount of money for services, and I'm not one to say what knowledge is worth, I see people charging $4,000 for Amazon courses. I think it's ridiculous. I think several $100s is steep. I think $10, $20, $30, $50, anything under $100 is negotiable and reasonable and something that may be worth your time depending on what you're getting for it. That's the second side of it. First, you have to decide if the time and money is worth the exchange. Second, you have to decide who you're getting it from. Have they been selling for a year? Have they been selling for 3 months? Have they been selling for 3 years, 10 years? What do they know? What are their sales? What is their past history? What about the other people that have paid them? Have they gotten good reviews? Have they gotten positive outcomes? Have they made money? There's a lot of things to take into account. So I don't necessarily see people charging as an immediate, oh my God, that's wrong. And it's not because I have something that I charge for. I never charge anyone for anything until the VIP group. And let's be honest, guys, it's $15. I mean, really, $15? Am I gonna try to take someone to the bank over $15? I'll give you your $15 back if you don't get something out of it. That's really not the issue. And I've paid people. My Amazon by Merch shirts were designed by somebody who did a fabulous job and charged me for it. I don't know how to do graphic design. I'm not a graphic designer. I'm not a Photoshop expert or anything like that. I paid them to design my shirts. I created it, and they put pencil to paper and proverbial technological pencil to paper, made the design, emailed it over to me, and I had Amazon by Merch shirts in 24 hours, as opposed to me doing it would have took like 24 days. It was worth the time and money for me to do it, because after the first few shirts sell, I get my money back, I'm even, and now I can move along and I didn't have to spend the time. And that goes for anything. Again, a plumber, a personal trainer, an eBay coach, a rocket scientist, Dr. Pimple, whatever you want to learn how to do, you can certainly take 24, 48, 100 days to learn how to do it, or you can give somebody 20 bucks, 30 bucks, 50 bucks. If it starts to be, expensive, then you really should reevaluate what you're paying for. I'm not throwing shade at anyone, because I don't know who charges what and who has coaching for this or that, or what people charge for anything. I really don't have time to keep up with that, nor do I care. I'm just saying, when things start getting expensive, that's when you have to start separating the helpful people that are just there to help out and make a few bucks versus the people that are just trying to get rich quick, or pitch you a get rich quick scheme. So really evaluate it, have an open mind. And if you want to pay me for something or help me, it's appreciated. You don't have to. You can watch 890, 900 of my videos for free. Knock yourself out. I mean, that means just as much to me that you're supporting me by watching the videos as it is joining my VIP group. So that's what I want to leave you guys with today. Chad, obviously positive, love you. appreciate the post. I really appreciate that Chad posted that, and then we get to discuss it and have an open conversation. I'll message Chad right now and tell him the same thing. Hopefully he watches this video, understands my position. I think he's absolutely right. I think $250 for an hour of anybody's time, I would never even think to charge somebody for that. That's insane. So that's what I got for you guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you do want to join the VIP group, shameless plug, I got to do it. Father's Day special, 6 months, $60. I'll give it to you, $10 a month. What do you got to lose? 10 bucks? Hit me up. It's good until end of the day tomorrow, midnight, June 17th, 2018, until midnight Eastern time, Father's Day. Make sure you like the video, thumbs up, subscribe, and check out the other videos if you want to learn for free. They're all down below. They're all linked, and have fun with that. I'll see you guys next time.